What's up, guys? Ziggy here with Faltacunlimited. Man, it's been another long weekend. If you think about it, we have about 2 months before snow could potentially fly here in New England. We've had many years where we've had accumulated snow before Halloween and right after. We've had snow after Thanksgiving. So in theory, we got a minimum of 2 months before snow. So I spent the past like 2-3 days cutting, splitting, stacking wood. I'm beat, but the show must go on. We still have holsters to build, and I'm catching up, which is good. You know, I'm not getting to where I want to be as fast as I want to be, but progress is progress. So today we are doing a flat dark earth in 093. Got it right here, the darker flat dark earth, which is the springtime. I don't remember. Anyways, we're doing a VP9 with X300. I got the Palehorse mold here. We got the Sentry to make it a level 3, and then we have the Safariland level 2 hood. But this holster is actually for the VP9 match, which is a lot longer. So I went ahead and I actually carved these by hand. You see them right there. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to use them for. So let's go ahead and let's make a outside the waistband level 3 for an HK VP9 with an X300 match. You know what's annoying? Having to swap out, see, that wiggle? Wiggle's no good. Kind of messes you up when you're making holsters. So, I have to swap it out. So if you don't know how to swap it out, I'm going to show you. It's these 3 screws on each side, total of 6. I only keep 4 in because I don't use this particular light. This right here is spring loaded. So let's get these guys out of here. Put that up and unsnap it from the bar. Put the new one in, and then you got your spring. Oop. It goes right there. And then just throw these back on. Whoops. Almost makes me want to buy just another X300 so I don't have to swap them out. Although, spending that money on something that doesn't take that long is kind of dumb. Alright, now there shouldn't be a wiggle. Woohoo! All right, let's get to it. Let's pull the blocking that we need. All right, so we're going to need that for the hood. This attaches to the hood. Okay, done with that. Hardware for it. And then we're going to need that guy, and this is getting a QLS Fork, which I'll have to go grab. And then we're going to need these guys. So QLS Fork, we're going to have that right there. Had it here the whole time. There it is right there. All right, so let's start this out. So this is right-handed. So we'll take these and put these up here. And obviously these are going to be taped down. And this side. And that is going to convert our setup for what we want. So it's going to turn it into the match. you don't know, the match is longer barrel, longer slide. Think of it as like the Smith & Wesson, you know, 5.6 inch compared to the 5 inch. So there we are right there. Okay. That one's just, actually looks a little crooked. There we go. Alright, so this is right-handed, so we're going to be on this side. And what I like to do is let's line up the VP9 to where it's going to sit. There we are. Okay. Now, right here, the thumb, we're going to place that just before the back. Oh, that moved. We don't want it to move. Right there. Just before the back. Move that out of the way, and then drop that straight down. Line up the blocking, move that out of the way, and then that is going to go right there. Perfect. Although I'm going to flip that. There we go. I think this is optic mounted and suppressor height sights. So that looks good right there. Just going to verify. Yep. Okay. And then make that parallel to the top of the slide. And there we are for that. Okay. Now, with that in place, this hood's going to be here. So that we're going to throw right about there. Same thing. Bink. And look at that. And that's what we wanted. Do that there. And then we're going to need a little piece of blocking underneath. Oh, too big. This is the fun part. Going through your stash and finding what will work. Nope. There we go. I think I got it. Oh, nope, too big. Ah, there we go right there. All right. And now we will anchor that in place. Actually, you know what? I do actually want this to sit just a little higher. There we go. Right now, the pivot point right here is where the other end of the hood's going to end up. So it's going to end up right around here. So we'll throw this here. We got plenty of room. We just need to get some blocking underneath it, just so it sits level. And then I like to have it extending out. Let's go that way. Okay, and it's just a hair crooked, so we're going to put something underneath it. And that's something. It's going to be a couple layers of tape. Beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to put that so roughly where that pivot point is going to be in the center. Move that up, and then this roughly the same distance that is. Distance from the top of the slide is what I mean by that. You also got to take in consideration that the thickness of the kydex as well, because you got to think, so if you're using 0.08 kydex, your bend is going to be 0.08 thick roughly. Okay, use 0.093, your bend's going to be 0.93 thick in that area. So there we go. Now let's just heat up this guy and then get to going. Now, while that's in the press, I do want to show you something I'm a little bit proud of. So the Kydex is in the heat press. It's heating up. Once the alarm goes off and it reaches 372 degrees, I'll pull it. But on knife kits, or Holstersmith, you can actually purchase leather cutouts for, for leather, right? So these are amazing. However, I have never done leather before. So, a couple days ago, couldn't really sleep. It was about 2 in the morning, so I decided to throw one together. So here is my very first leather holster. Now, I know there's a lot of leather guys out there. They'll be like, wow, this looks like crap. Hey, maybe you're right, but this is my first one, and the first one always sucks. I did use a normal punch instead of the laser to do the Glock 19. Hey, whatever. It's my late father's punch set. I wanted to do it. It's my first one. So here we have the Glock 19 Gen 5, right in there. I like it. So I did a wet forming process. I put this holster inside my Kydex press, my foam press, and then I let it sit in the sun for 3 days and bake. And it's, this thing, I like it. It holds pretty well. So I'll have it at the next gun show with me. People want to check it out, but I am going to be doing more. And hey, there's that right there. So this one I am going to film, and I'm going to show you how I made this. So it's pretty awesome. And these kits are only like $27 on Holstersmith. Yeah, can't beat it. Hey, what do you do if the pieces get stuck? Well, you pry them out, of course. Does it hurt the Kydex? No. Just do your thing, baby. Throw these back in the bag that says conversion. Go. All right, it's got holes in it. All right, so what I'll do is I'll actually grab a punch that's close to the same size, pull that out just like so. And then sometimes, I'm not saying this is the case right here, but let's say, oh, I can't get it, I can't get it, I can't get it, which I could clearly get it right there. Just turn it around, a couple tappy tappies, it'll loosen it up, and then you do your thing. All right, there you go. Resilient. All right, notice there's no retention holes, so we'll do that. We'll do them after the fold. That way they're in the same spot, but I'll go ahead, I'll drill these guys out, cut out the perimeter. So, to do that, I'm gonna go ahead, let's take this, we're gonna line this up where we want it, which is right there. And then we're going to mark set holes and then drill those. So these ones are actually all going to go 1/4 inch, but I drill a slightly smaller pilot hole, which is, this is the same one I use for retention. All right, then I'll switch to the 1/4. I got to show you something now. So we all know what I say when we do this. Well, I started making new things. I got a new tool in, and I'm absolutely having fun making magnetic buttons, right? So we have, of course, it's me with the tool saying clean your holes, which these are available on the website. We got FalTac holsters. You go, hey, that's me with the holster. Blue tape or, you know, represent. And then obviously more clean your hole. So I'm having a lot of fun with these guys, and it's something new and kind of, you know, bringing this style back. So these are the ones I made pretty much for myself, just to have fun and try it out. I dented this one, but I'm having an absolute ball with this. So I do have these on the website. But let's do what that says. It's a beautiful thing. All right, and if you're new here and you don't know what this tool is, it is a countersink. And what I do is I use it to deburr the holes. So you have a nice clean hole with no crap in there, no foreign objects. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead to the bandsaw and cut out the outer perimeter, and then cut this with the scroll saw, and then we're gonna do a gusset, and then fold it, and then cut some more. Ladies and gents, we are cut to what we want. We have the gusset made. Now, if you're new to the channel, what I do is with the gusset is this is 093, a little bit of flex to it. This is also 093. You add them together, you have a very thick piece of Kydex. So this is gonna be attached with eyelets, and then this is going to eliminate the flex in between or anything on here. So where the belt attachment is mounted to and where the hood is mounted to, it's going to add double the thickness, which in turn doubles its strength. So I'm going to go ahead, set the eyelets on this. I think they're 1/2-inch eyelets, to be honest with you. They're pretty big boys. So I'll go ahead, lock this on, and then we're going to go ahead and fold it, cut the shape, and then add all the hardware, box it up. And this is actually going out to California, Fresno. So let's go. Folded, gusseted, ready to drill 2 more holes and then cut it to its final shape. So let's figure out what we're doing, where we're doing it, and go from there. Maybe I'll do 3 holes. We'll see. Whatever looks good. Maybe 3. I'm kind of feeling 3 today. Well, let's just do something. We're going to go ahead and mark everything out. It's going to be pretty flat right there. Come across. Now we can go straight down or angle it slightly. I'm going to go to there and then angle it slightly. This is what I'm feeling. And we're probably going to be right here. And angle up. Let's see. Let's do this right here. This is going to come down. Line it up with the light. We're going to go to there. I always go to the ejection port, so it'll clear any optic. And then let's line up the light. And then we'll figure out right there. And then this is going to come down. Like so. So we got all this space. So I think 3 is going to be decent. Throw that in the center, like right there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Drill those out. Again. Clean those holes. All right, now I'm going to go to the bandsaw, cut everything out, and make sure it feels pretty good. Yeah, rough cut, looks awesome. Now I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the edges. I got to flare out the back a little bit, but other than that, it is looking pretty dank. So, almost there, almost my favorite spot, assembly. So let's go ahead, clean this up, and then get this assembled, and so it could be put with the 5 other orders I did earlier today to get them out to their destination. And now it's my favorite time, assembly. So let's get this going. All right, starting with those guys because fat fingers don't work too well. So let's get those in there. These are 1/2 inch. These are 3/8. Go. Okay, let's throw this in here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and just shave off just a hair. Right. Oh, I didn't even grab that hardware. Durr. All right, let's throw these in. Actually feels pretty good. Tighten that up just a little bit more. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's get everything on here now. So, 1, 2. Actually, let's
Let's start off with the top. Let's throw some purple juice on those. All right. And just get started. I don't ever tighten on the first one because you have to reposition it. So like assembling anything, make sure all the necessary hardware is in there before you tighten it down to its final place, because you'll have unwanted stress and it just doesn't work. Doesn't like that post. Let's grab another one. Come on, fat fingers. There we are. What's going on today? Sometimes you just gotta chase things. There we go. I have a 8/32 die and tap on standby when I need it. There we go. All right. So now, what I do is I'm going to make sure this is parallel with the slide. Lock it in place. All right. And then we're going to wrap this around, throw it right where we need it, and if you heard that alarm going off, it just hit midnight. All right, clean the inside. Throw this guy in here. We might have to go with a smaller one, and that we do. So this is a 3/16 slotted post, and then this is the small one. I don't know what size this is, but it's the smallest screw that comes in Safariland kits. Throw a good amount on there because we don't want this coming off. There we go. Beautiful. All right, and last but not least, QLS Fork. Look at that. You slide a piece of paper in between that. Bada bing. Hell yeah. Damn, that looks good. So here we have a level 3 right hand QLS in FDE for the VP9 match with X300.
Well, guys, that is it. That is the finished product for a VP9 HK with the X300 on there. So these molds will fit both the A and B, so the quick detach and the one with the screw on it. So got good retention, obviously adjustable for the match, and then level 3. So you lock it just by moving the Sentry. You can't push down because you can't get it out. Move that out of the way, push down, push forward, pull. And then there you have a level 3 for the HK VP9 match with X300. This came out awesome, and like I said, it is going to California, Fresno actually, along with the other stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of the holster. This came out absolutely awesome. I got more builds coming up. I got more things on machining, and I'm gonna have a video straight up of just the whole process of scanning to designing to machining, and I'm probably going to do that as a 3-parter because otherwise it's going to be long. It's a long process. I am still not the absolute greatest on it. I am nowhere near Palehorse's level or any other one that's been doing it for years and years, but I have successfully done over a dozen molds since I've got the machine, and it's, you know what, it's getting easier and easier each time. So I got some stuff coming up, stuff that I scan, stuff that I gotta just do and have fun with, mixing and matching. For example, if I have a blue gun and I have an order for, you know, a light that I don't have, but I have something else somewhere that's already made for that light, I'll scan the gun, and then I'll scan the mold, and then I'll remove the gun part of the mold, and then put the gun in it. So I'll mix and match things. It's actually working out very well, but lots of stuff to do, no time to do it. Huge shout out to Holster Smith. They provide everything you see in these videos where I'm making these holsters, and I got a lot of cool stuff coming, but I appreciate all you guys. I'm prepping for a gun show this weekend. I still got wood to do. I got a whole lot of stuff to do. It is after midnight, so I'm going to get this uploaded and move on to the next thing. So I appreciate you guys. I will see you on the next one. See you later. Love you. Bye.